Namaste and welcome to Auroville Calling.
In this series, we will introduce you
to the essence and spirit of Auroville, the teachings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, current developments, and Auroville's sustainable approach to a conscious living.
All possibilities of volunteering, internships, and collaborations with Auroville.
By late 1965, the time had come to fix the center of Auroville. Roger Angers, the French architect whom the mother had asked to design the future town, brought to her a map of the area north of Puducherry. The mother was in a room at the ashram and probably never set foot in that area, for at that time there was no motorable road leading to it. She concentrated and then pointed out to a particular area on the map. The architect took a jeep and drove to the area she pointed out. The land had sparse vegetation, some bushes and palm trees and a solitary large tree, a banyan in the middle. The mother was very happy about the presence of the banyan tree, a tree regarded as sacred in India, and made it Auroville's geographical center.
Namaste and welcome to Auroville Calling episode 4. Today we have with us Ms. Shweta Padma from Eager to Forge Ahead from Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and her team. Before we bring in Ms. Shweta Padma to introduce her center and her team members, I would like to request Ms. Uma from Auroville to share a few words from Mother's writings with us.
Welcome all. Namaste. Bonjour. I will be reading from Sri Aurobindo's words. March 29, 1914. Of thou whom we must know, understand, realize, absolute consciousness, eternal law. Thou who guidest and illuminest us, who movest and inspirest us, grant that these weak souls may be strengthened, and those who fear thee reassured. To thee I entrust them, even as I entrust to thee our entire destiny. This is by complete works of Mother's prayers and meditation. And since you all from Shweta's place, I want to connect something here, very important thing. It will be nice to listen. The Chariot of Jagannath. So if you please tell us about Chariot of Jagannath, little bit, like 2 or 3 seconds. So we'll be happy to hear any of you.
Thank you so much, Umaji. So over to you, Shwetaji. Please introduce your center, your team members, and the request that Umaji has made. If you can share with us something about the Chariot of Jagannath.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity for participating in Auroville Calling. Our organization name, as Monika just said, it's Eager to Forge Ahead. This is Shweta Padma, and I have with us our team members. Subratji is from Bangalore, and he's working in Qualcomm. At the same time, he is very much actively involved in the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, a very dynamic participant of Eager to Forge Ahead. And we have with us Sandeep ji. Sandeep bhai, can you please switch on your video? He's from, Sandeep ji? Okay, there must be some issues. He is from Bhubaneswar. He is working in Infosys as a manager, and just a few months back, he came back from USA. There also, he was very dynamically trying to organize sessions on Sri Aurobindo and the Mother wherever possible. So we as team members, we are trying. Our main objective as of now is to reach out to every mass with the message of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother in every corner of India and the world in whatever possible ways. So few years back, on Sri Aurobindo's 150th birth anniversary, we had started a journey to cover all the parts of India. The journey was Janmabhoomi to Tapabhoomi. There gradually we stepped into the schools and colleges and to introduce about Sri Aurobindo and his 5 dreams. And that made us to carry this work forward. Not only we were limited to schools, colleges, and education institutions, but wherever we could get into, as we went to the parts of Northeast, there also we interacted with the army personals and with the village people. So gradually, so on and so forth, it was all the divine plan as she made us get into these kind of situations wherever possible, and we could organize sessions. That journey continued from 15th August 2021 to 15th August 2022, when we reached Pondicherry to offer our gratitude. Then again, with immense grace of the Divine Mother and a very sweet gesture from the Secretary Ma'am of Auroville Foundation, Mrs. Jayanti Ravi, we could get a chance to cover parts of Maharashtra. In 2024, we started a journey covering parts of, this focused mostly on the educational institutions of parts of Maharashtra. We could cover 16 districts. And there also we followed the pattern. We tried switching on to giving presentations on Sri Aurobindo, his life and his 5 dreams, and about mother's childhood. And we took this movie, The New Dawn. That also helped us to reach out to the general public. And now the same process we are carrying out, not only about life of Mother and Sri Aurobindo, but also their vision, where Auroville plays a very important role. Auroville is an expansive project of the Mother. So the most important part which we felt is, if at any point of time, in any way, we could inspire, or we could be an instrument in inspiring the general public for creating love for the Mother and Sri Aurobindo, that itself will bring them to Auroville and to their work. So this is the project that we have taken up as of now. It's a very short introduction I just gave about ourselves, our organization, and our team members. And now I request Subrat Bhai if he could take into Umaji's request for consideration.
Yeah, Vande Mataram to all.
Vande Mataram.
Yes, and definitely if we'll go into the writings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, and there is a connection with Lord Jagannath and Sri Aurobindo. And if I am straight on to the point. So the human society, as it is now, is lacking in many sections, many verticals. So the main 4 verticals of the human society should be freedom, power, knowledge, unity. And without that, I think none of the society will be making that expected progress, or it will never progress to the future of humanity. And these are the 4 pillars. If we see, and this will flourish once the Sri Aurobindo's vision, once the supramental manifestation comes into play and it drives the human society, then only these 4 pillars will be the major driving factor or the basis of the entire human society. So you will see all these 4 pillars. If you see in Auroville, I think it shows a model. It's for the world unity. The basis is the freedom, and of course the knowledge is the driving factor, and then comes the power. So I think that model, it has to be replicated and it has to inspire the entire continent, on the entire humanity. And that would be the factor to bring the entire humanity in a single one unity. They should come with a unity, and they should progress with the freedom, knowledge, and power, and they will flourish their trueness. What each country has its trueness, has imbibed in their soul, they will manifest it. Unless and until these four pillars are established in its proper essence, then it would be difficult to bring in the society. Whatever the plan the government is doing, whatever the plans the other unities are doing to bring in this unity, all will be going to vain. Unless and until these true essence are getting established in all over the world, the unity will not come into play. So that's what I just wanted to briefly touch upon the points. Yeah, we can proceed. I think you are on mute.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes. Shweta ji, thank you so much for introducing your center. We have always had this feeling that Odisha is a very special place. Once someone told me that there are 60,000 Pathya Chakras. And I just laughed because, how is it possible? How can a place, one state have 60,000? So I just said, do you mean 6,000? They said, no, 60,000 Pathya Chakras. And when I got an opportunity to be there for a conference in Rourkela, and I saw the school, the Sadhana Kendra, the Relic Center, so they would say, "Aapko pata nahi hoga, magar Odisha mein to Sri Aurobindo aur Mother ki leher hai." So that's how everybody would tell me that, you come to Odisha and we will take you closer to Mother and Sri Aurobindo. And that actually happened to be true. So you all are in a special place and you're making it special with your efforts. Now, since you're doing so much activities with the youth, we would like to share with you that from the governing board, it has been approved that across the globe and also in different states in India, that we should have Auroville International Information Center. In major cities or in smaller cities, that is not an issue, but if we have people who are ready to hold it, because it was really sad when we went across India and students used to ask us that, oh, Auroville is in India? Or is Auroville, we have never heard about Auroville. So, which was very sad. And so when we would tell them about Auroville, they would not believe us that there's a place like this which exists in India. And our students should get an opportunity to come here. All the students in the higher education, they have mandatory internship. So we are also very keen on bringing volunteers, interns, fellows, or even students or youngsters, actually people of all ages, to come to Auroville to just explore first. And if they feel that they have the calling and they are aligned to the vision of Auroville, to eventually become Aurovillians, which is residents of Auroville. That's the goal, and that's the purpose with which we are doing this program called Auroville Calling. We also have with us Mr. William from our admissions team. So I would request Mr. William to share with the Odisha team that in what ways people can engage with us.
Thanks for joining us today. So I'm part of the admissions team where we help people to join permanently. So mostly volunteers who can start their 3 months volunteering programs to understand whether they can continue in Auroville, sustain their living and so on. So actually we have implemented a new process for joining receiving people. So once they completed the 3 months volunteering, they can start 1 year of newcomer process. So within the newcomer process, definitely they have to work and stay within the Auroville. And they can find some workplaces, work in either services or units. There are many units around Auroville. Depends on their skill set or their interest, they can go to different units and work. So within that time, the place of work can provide maintenance for them. So that will be helpful for them to sustain their life during their stay here. And after the one year of newcomer period, they will be absorbed as citizens or residents of Auroville. So this is the way we have structured the joining process of Auroville. So anyone who is interested, they can start up with volunteering and they can continue to stay here and pursue and then become a visitor. So through this program, we actually reach out to you and from your centers and from Odisha. People who are interested, please come here and join with us and participate in Mother's Day. So that is the idea behind this the program and connecting with you. So we welcome you.
And I would like to add one more point, like, so you come, I heard that usually if there is a relic center in Odisha, it will be received with the procession, with the elephant procession. And that's how you receive Sri Aurobindo's relics or Mother's relics. So such a dedication and sincerity. That's what Sri Aurobindo, what you said, the four wheels of the chariot, the four pillars you said, as we see in Matra Mandir. The freedom, the knowledge and power and unity. Thanks for reminding that, and we are very happy. And based on this understanding, people come with this notion. I hope you will be educating them and giving information regarding this as a basis. Then we got Mother's dream, which surely will happen in a beautiful way. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Umaji. Thank you, William ji. So we would also want to share that through your center, if you are keen and if you have a team, we are also very happy to support from Auroville Foundation by giving you a letter, because Auroville Foundation, Auroville itself is administered under the Ministry of Education. So we are actually meant to be imparting education in line with Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, that's integral education. And if we can give you this letter signed by the Secretary of Auroville Foundation that you can take to different educational institutes, higher educational institutes, and to bring in volunteers or to bring in students for specific internship and also for credit courses. Now, it is such a wonderful time we are living in because of this NEP 20 and 2020. And then also in higher education, they have skills and that can be used as credits. So in the final semester, if they want to take some of the courses available in Auroville and can also get credits in their overall education for the higher education, say masters or PhD, then that is absolutely possible. And for this letter, if they want to come here as an intern, so we're in the process of making a list of internships, specializations available in Auroville, whether it is sustainability, energy, conscious fashion, we have, you name it, and Auroville has it, or confectionery, everything. So we will make this list, and along with that, we would be very happy to provide you a letter through which you can contact organizations, especially higher education institutes, and to bring in students. So you can be our anchor or their contact point to come to Auroville, because if an individual just lands in Auroville, they feel very much overwhelmed because it's such a new place for them. So if they come through your center, it will be like a hand holding for them. So do you think that would be something you are interested in and you will be happy to help or collaborate with us?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
It's really a wonderful, and as we are approaching education, it would also be helpful, and we'll put the further things about collaborating wholeheartedly in this regard. We'll definitely let you know after discussing with the other team members. We'll do that, definitely.
Thank you very much. Also, for us to have Auroville International Information Center. So if you already have a space which is in the city, which is in close proximity to the thick areas, for example, educational institutes. So we'll be very happy to discuss with you if we can have that Auroville International Center, say Bhubaneswar, or for Odisha with your center, in collaboration with your center. And if not your space, that any educational institute that is happy to give us a space, for example, their library or one room in their college or university, where we can have exhibitions, where we can have books of Mother Sri Aurobindo and information about how one can engage, how a youth can engage and come to Auroville. That is also something that we will be very happy to discuss with you. And we also welcome you to explore whatever is possible in Odisha and get back to us on that.
Thank you so much. This is a lovely idea. We love to discuss on this further.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shwetaji. Although I know that the answer from your side will always be yes. I have seen your work for all these years, and especially I was just appreciating you to Umaji that you were a volunteer for the youth camp. And it was so refreshing to see that at no point, in spite of all the challenges we had, I never saw you, melting down or being overwhelmed. So that shows that the sincerity and also sheer dedication and that maturity of being able to handle situations. So we are very happy to connect with you again. Thank you so much for joining us at Auroville Calling. And is there something that anybody would want to add? Or we can...
I would like to listen to our Bhaiya.
Subrat Bhaiya. Subratji, would you like to share something before we finish or conclude?
Yeah, it's a very good welcoming note. Actually, it's kind of a opportunity to work. And another thing was also coming to my mind, since we are also going and within the country, or we are also trying outside of the country to reach the people and to create that awareness on the Mother and Sri Aurobindo. And through that, once they are aware of this and they are aware of the work they have done and Auroville and the significance of Auroville, and that would be a very good starting point for them to come and experience what Auroville is. And probably they could join the programs, whatever Auroville is offering. That is one part. But let's say we are conducting program in different cities or different areas, but that is not a permanent solution for them. So in order to have a permanent solution in their place, there should be some kind of center. There should be each area, there should be some kind of center which will continuously working with the support of Auroville or the collaboration of the Auroville, so that they will keep on engaging the youths through that center, and there will be a relationship established down the line through them to the Auroville. And that will enable them to bring those people to Auroville either, or they can participate in that center itself to enable others to bring into the Auroville. So it is not only within the country, it should spread across the globe also, but that would be anyway, it's a broader and longer term plan. But it would be definitely the permanent solution would be to create some kind of center in various areas, which would be a mini Auroville, which will imbibe those vibrations and those core values what Auroville is built of, and then it will give that vibe or kind of a touch what Auroville is, and that will inspire them to come to the Auroville, and hopefully they will think that to live in the Auroville itself, to become an Aurovillian.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, Auroville International Information Centers are meant to be there across India and across the globe. So now there are certain centers who have been, which has been running for so many years, but in different and in small scale. Some of them are really huge. Some of them are efforts of a few people. And now we are reaching out to them for them to come forward. And if they are happy to, hold this center for us, we will provide all the support as much as we can. And about people from abroad, if they want to come to Auroville, the government of India has been very generous that the visa process is absolutely very easy in a way that, of course, there will be all kinds of checks. But if you have that sincere dedication and that goodwill, then you get that 5 years visa, right? Am I right? Yeah, the 5 years visa, especially for Auroville. So Government of India is also very keen for mother's dream to come true and for Auroville to have 50,000 people, for it to become like a full-fledged model city for the entire world to learn and to implement. So if you have through your center people from abroad who would want to come, if you want to bring them in small groups, say 15, 20, 30 people, please write to us and we can make an entire program for them, which would include everything, where they will stay, what they will learn, how they get to know the values about Auroville, how they get to know about integral yoga, integral education, and what it takes for someone to be in Auroville. So we will be very happy. Whatever ideas you have after this call, please share it with us and we will respond as soon as we can in our best capacity.
Thank you so much for giving us the beautiful idea how to go through each and every step. And it's a valid point. We keep that in mind because before coming, preparation is very essential. So thanks for giving us that feedback. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Before we close, we can all collectively chant Sri Aurobindo's Gayatri Mantra. Om Savitur Varam Rupam Jyotihi Parasya Dhimahi Yannah Satyena Deepaye Satyena Deepaye Om Tat Savitur Varam Rupam Jyotihi Parasya Dhimahi Yannah Satyena Deepaye Satyena Deepaye